Hello from Storytelling with Veena. Today I'm going to present and read aloud a story written by the famous and amazing writer, storyteller, inspirational speaker, and a cancer warrior. Hats off, Mr. Ramendra, to your courage, patience, and perseverance. Well, he's written a lot of books. Children, please do read his books. They're beautiful stories. And today's story, the name of the story is Just for Fun. So let's read aloud together and listen carefully. This time, let us have a new event. 13-year-old Isha said. She and her friends were discussing the sports day of the campus club. Dangle between our dads, asked Irfan. Very funny, Isha snapped. Why don't we have a relay race? What's new about it? Irfan asked. Isha ignored him and said, the relay I have in mind would be different. Each team will be represented by one family. For instance, in our house, Mummy, Papa, my kid bro, Sid and I can participate and so on. I can't imagine my Papa running, but it sure will be fun to watch, squealed 9-year-old Avanti. I'm sure you must be all knowing about the relay race. It's great fun, isn't it? But suppose a family has only 3 members, asked Jay. They can adopt one child for the purpose of the race. But Isha, how will you ensure the teams are evenly matched? Asked Irfan. Why should they be? This is all just for fun, isn't it? The others nodded, while Irfan simply shrugged. Isha and a couple of others put up her proposal to the seniors. After a lot of debate, the parents agreed. Entries were invited and 8 were received. A semi-final was held and the final 4 were shortlisted. The Naidus, the Chaddas, the Mondols and the Metas. With only 1 week to go for the competition, the finalists started putting the strategy in place. Everybody was excited for the sports day in the campus. In Mr. Chadda's house, the concentration was on the diet. Mr. Chadda had banned all sweets, puris, kachoris, and even ghee till the competition was over. This has become a punishment for me. I am allowed to eat only sprouts and salads. Chadda uncle grumbled. Mr. Mondal had another sad tale to tell. Mrs. Mondal was waking him up at 6 a.m. in the morning and making him run 10 rounds of the football field. I don't know whether I will even last till the relay, he said, groaning. Mr. Mehta had brought tracksuits for the entire family. Mrs. Mehta had refused to wear one and this had led to a verbal duel. I'll wear salwar, no tracksuit for me. But for the sake of a family honor, you have to. In the surmise, if you have worn tracks, we would have surely won. Okay, I'll wear track if you wear shorts, Mrs. Mehta suggested, and their kids Sailesh and Swati howled with laughter. Please, you in tracks is bad enough. Dad in shorts will be unbearable. Mr. and Mrs. Naidu turned out to be the most competitive. Healthy diet, regular exercise, and a proper dress code. Here the most to suffer were the twins, Ramana and Veena. Even their birthday celebration had been postponed by a week. The day of the fan relay dawned. At the appointed hour, the 4 teams took their positions. It was decided to start with the lady, followed by the older kid, the gent, and ended with the younger child. The whistle blew and the participants took off. Cell cameras were clicking and recording the moments. Mrs. Naidu was the first to exchange the baton, followed by the others. The lead which Mrs. Naidu had established was squandered by Mr. Naidu as he dropped the baton and lost valuable time in handing it over to Ramana, who was a minute older, to Veena. Gradually, the race got very competitive with the mummies and daddies who had finished running, urging their kids with shouts, shrieks, yells, and whistles. Some even started running along to impart that extra edge. Finally, the last stretch began. Veena, Sailash, Sweetie, Chadda, and Badal Mondal were in the fray. As the baton was passed and the four kids started, the spectators noticed something odd. Veena, who was in the lead, was walking. Sailash, who was second, was jogging. Sweetie, placed at number 3, was running. And Badal, who was last, was sprinting. 20 minutes before the finishing line, all the four kids had drawn level. They then held hands and, gently running forward, completed the race. They were surrounded by 4 sets of angry parents firing questions at them. Veena, who was the eldest, said, "Amongst us, whoever lost would have been blamed by his or her parents. So we thought we should all win. And this is what we did. And anyways, as Isha Didi said, this race was just for fun, wasn't it?" Badal asked, and the 4 kids did high five. So that ends the story of Mr. Ramendra Kumar. I hope you enjoyed the story just for fun.